All right, hi, it's me, Steve Vesperlato. Anyway, you know who I am. Actually, I'm just sharing this out with all my friends, everyone I know. As you know, we've been doing our own business for so long now, and with that, on our own time, we've been reading all this self-improvement and things to be a better person or be a better business person. And I gotta thank Chris C's. Chris C's actually helped me out a very long time ago, maybe 17 years ago, and gave me my first book to read, and I've read a book a month since then. So I'm going to share that. I think now is a great time. I've been running into a lot of friends who need a little inspiration, a little hope, right? Because everything is based on hope. If you don't hope, then what are you living for, right? So here, I'm going to come up with a success journal. This is going to be my first episode, and it's how to succeed in 2019. I'm not trying to be Tony Robbins or anybody like that. It's just here something I can help my friends succeed now and into the future. So people keep on talking about setting goals. I said before you set your goals, it's 2019 now. Set your mindset. I need you to set your mindset first. Andrew Carnegie, or Carnegie, people know him from the 1800s. He was a great steel magnate, right? And he divided life into 3 phases. Phase 1, right? In the first 30 years, you need to learn everything you can. Okay, that means you need to go out there, go to school, per se, be an apprentice, work your first job or your career, and learn everything. Phase 2, in the next 30, right? You want to earn everything you can. It means you got to work, and you got to work hard, especially more now than ever. And I'm going to go into that into the video and why so. And the last 30, you need to give back everything that you can, right? So I think that's a great mantra to live by. It's something that we're working on living by, and I'm personally working on living by it because, you know, life isn't hard. It's a learning process. You know, I've been reading this book for the past year on Stoicism. I'll do another video on Stoicism. A great book about the pillars of Stoicism, and everything really comes down to you as the individual and how you grow. So here's 3 generational mindsets I want to dive into. 1, if you're a millennial, right, between the ages of 25, 35, honestly, I'm just going to tell you the truth. I've seen a lot of millennials, and if you know Chris and I, we do a lot of mentorships, and back then, this might have been already 10 years ago, but now the kids who are 20, 22 are now like 28, 30, 32, they're 10 years older. And you know, one first thing is, you're not a kid anymore, right? If you watched Neighbors 2, I don't know if you remember Neighbors 2 with Zac Efron, he was the old guy in the movie, and he was only mid-20s, right? That's perspective. You're not a kid anymore. And one of the things I really wish for you in 2019 is to set your mindset. Don't self-pity yourself. It's the worst thing you can do. You have to take ownership. If life isn't what you want it to be, or if it's not where it's headed, just take a step back, recalibrate. You know, I've talked to some friends, they have $50, $60, even $100,000 worth of student debt. It's a lot of money. You got to accept that, right? But don't wallow in that, right? So you don't self-pity yourself, and you need to build up your self-concept. And maybe you're in a career you don't like, just don't quit. Just set up a plan, move forward, all right? With Gen X, I'm a Gen Xer. I'm not a kid, okay? If you guys know me, I'm literally 40 years old. My friends are 40 years old, 40, 50 years old plus. We're Gen Xers, right? We grew up watching Entourage and Sex and the City. But in all honesty, it's not like that anymore. It's not 2005, 6, 7. We're not living in that world. And a lot of my friends, you have kids, right? And I hear what they're saying, and you really think about it, like, wow, we're just trying to get by. We have 2 good jobs. My wife and I, we have a career, but we're not making enough money. I know we're all not making enough money. So the bottom line is, if you're a Gen Xer, you need to make a lot of money. Okay, I don't want to make everything about money, but right now, it's the time to crush it. You're young, you're able, you have a career, and you need to make money. If you have kids, you got to take care of your kids' college education. You know it's not getting any cheaper. 2, you got to save for retirement. I hate to say it. A 401k, hear me out, a 401k is not a pension, all right? A lot of people, I'm like, oh, you're getting that conflated. Oh no, I have a 401k. No, that's not a pension. Baby boomers have a pension, okay? That means every month they go by, they're making money every month that their company is paying for them. A 401k, you can have 100, 200, even $500,000, $1 million in your 401k. It's still not a pension. It's not guaranteed money, right? A little story. I ran into a cop friend of mine from town, I mean, I knew him back then, even through high school. He wanted to be in the police force right away. So at 18, he became a policeman. I ran into him at the gym. He was talking about retirement. I was like, oh, when are you retiring? I was like, oh, when he was saying retirement, I was like, what are you talking about, retirement? Well, I'm actually planning out my retirement. Why? Because I started at 18, I can retire 25 years later, so I'm going to be about, what, 42, 43? So in 2 years, he's going to retire. I mean, I salute our military, I salute our police officers. I just, when you put in context of life, right? He's able to retire. Are you able to retire? Like, you know, in his mid-40s, he's able to retire and come up with a second life, another career. So that's where I'm going with that. So think about it. If you're a Gen Xer, you need to make more money. And baby boomers, look, it's not my place to say anything. You know, you've already lived, you've experienced a lot of things. I'm still on my way. But here, as a baby boomer, you need to leave a legacy. Just leave a legacy, something to think about, something, maybe offer some help. Maybe you're an accountant and you want to share some accounting advice, or maybe you had a great career in finance or in a corporation, or you started your own business. Give it back. I'm not saying give away all your money. I'm not talking about that. I'm just saying give it back. Give it back. Share your knowledge, right? Help someone, right? Maybe because you're not helping anyone, you don't see the value of what it is you've learned. And maybe from there you'd also feel better about yourself. You know what? I actually helped a few people along the way. I actually helped a few college kids, or you know what? Also, I actually listened to them. They are having a hard time. I'm not saying they're right on every subject matter, but when you're strapped in school, if you're a millennial, 50 grand, 100 grand in student debt, that's a big number to deal with. You have to understand that it's tough, and maybe sometimes it's not where they want to be, and they're strapped with all this debt. Maybe they didn't have to go to college. I'm just saying it, right? But now you have to live with it. So, point is, with your baby boom, help them out. I really recommend it. And I'm a big movie buff. We watch a lot of movies. I watch a lot of movies, read a lot of books, right? But here, I really recommend watching Creed 2. I'm not in it, I'm paper, but gotta watch Creed 2 and understand the story behind it. There's a big story behind the boxing and everything. It's just, you gotta watch what the boxers, both Rocky and, you know, Paul Creed's son, what their story is. And maybe from there you can pick something up as a life lesson, or, you know, a pearl of wisdom. So again, I left 3 generational rules. 1 with the millennials: don't self-pity yourself, take responsibility. Gen X, you gotta make more money. And baby boomers, leave a legacy. You know, and if this year went so fast, it's already 2019. I just remember talking about 2017, 18. Now we're going into 19. If you don't want to see the same thing you did last year happen this year coming in 2019, make it a prosperous one. Don't set goals, set your mindset first. Another video I'll talk about goals, because it's a process already. It's actually very strategic on how you set goals. You don't have to worry about it, but change your mindset. If you change your mindset, I think from there you'll start the year off fresh, right? I know for a fact if you do that, you'll have a prosperous 2019. So thanks again for listening. You know, you can always reach out to me personally if you know me. Call my cell phone or text me, or just message me below, and then I'll dive into a video. I mean, again, we've been doing self-improvement and learning a lot of things for so long that I think it's just the right time to start sharing. So, all right, sharing is caring. Talk to you later. Take it easy, please.